So this is session 98. Who wants to give a recap? Who can't even remember what happened last time?
Clave got fucked up, and I was just about ready to roll up a new character.
Yeah, Clave almost died twice.
Yeah. So, from what I recall, we started the session having magically transported via Zarius's god. Um, and the so we were teleported there, and when we arrived, there was like a whirlwind that approached us and turned out to be a halfling, uh, well, changeling in the form of a halfling, uh, who was working for a great mage whose name escapes me, but who was responsible for the fight against the fire demon. Um, and and so he was coming to test us because they were wondering, do we have the wand? Are we going to use it for evil? Are we going to use it for good? And he seemed satisfied that we're at best and uh, ambivalent about the wand, and at worst actively trying to keep it out of the hands of bad guys. So
At worst, inept.
yes. Yes. um and so he went off to report back, and apparently this great wizard has some sense of prophecy or divination to be able to kind of tell future events. So we're there at the lair of Zarius's dragon, Patron, uh, with the really long name. And um, and there were three entrances, according to Kepri. We argued a lot over which entrance to take. The front entrance, there seemed to be an encampment of at least 100 people or 1,000 people.
It was several hundred people.
And so, which was weird. And so we went to the side entrance where there was a glyph of warding and couldn't tell the trigger. And so we decided to avoid that one and go towards the lair of Hydra. And when we got there, we saw that, well, our wind walk form for me and Dustin was dispelled by the wards of the lair. And then we came into a cavern where there was a lake. There was a light in the lake. Clave decided to fly down and see what it was. It was a magic sword and some gemstones and
gauntlets of ogre power.
And gauntlets. And so he grabbed that. Well, he grabbed the gauntlets and the sword. And then seaweeds were grabbing me. Thorny seaweeds grabbing me, trying to pull me down. And then T-Hole ran over, pulled me out. And then we encountered the Hydra, laid into Clave something fierce. So we fought that, and we didn't beat it. I think it was Aurelia used dissonant whispers.
Zarius used turn undead.
Okay. Yeah, to scare it off. And then we found this other open area.
Oh, it's not going to come up this time, but you also found a Vecnite poison amulet that Teal now has.
Which was one of the reasons Clave went down so fast. But and then we found a room with a window to the plane of fire, and come around a corner, see a dude. He questions us. He finds us suspicious. He casts Thunder Wave to get people's attention, and Clave gave up a 7th level, 6th level spell slot to give him a suggestion to like chill out because we're all same team.
Right. He shared that Paradonna is probably somewhere in this complex, and you. I think it was Zarius who declared that you were like the chosen of Paradonna, which at first he didn't buy, but after the suggestion spell, he bought.
Yeah, I mean,
right. She was working on some kind of flesh golem. That's what I wrote down.
Demon
flesh
golem.
golems with demon skin, right?
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
And then he ran off through the far eastern doorway that you saw a skeleton help him open to tell people that you are the chosen of Paradonna, and so to calm down.
Yeah.
And he suggested Paradonna would be through the door to the south, which is really, and Zarius probably would know this, the area to the south is really just, it's for like regular sized dragonborn. This area you're in, clearly a dragon could move around this. It's enormous. But the temple area to the south is mostly just for priests who attend to the dragon normally. So also the window to the plane of fire, it's not exactly clear it's the plane of fire. It could be some sort of abyssal plane. There is a lot of fire there, so it could easily be the plane of fire as well. It's built into a tapestry. So it probably it looks like you could step through it. It's not clear how this guy would have stepped through it, since it looks like you would burn up immediately if you pass through the.
And we got some defender longsword I wrote down, +3.
Yes.
Yeah. So
if Lucia Rosie were here, that would be a good sword.
Yeah.
Except that Lucia Rosie, I guess that's true. Lucia Rosie would never use defense. It would always be +3 to attack.
Of course it would be. Why wouldn't it be?
Did you put that somewhere, or is that just a generic?
It's
weapon?
A generic item.
Okay.
It's in the DMG.
Okay.
Oh, and the other thing was the changeling / halfling also mentioned that there was a lion-headed servant of Neniac Nadom, the wizard. So if you see him, try to avoid killing him if you can. So you're standing in the main audience hall, adjacent to the pool where the Hydra was. Essentially, you're about 20, 30 feet away from the tapestry. Ahead of you, you can see there is off to the side a bed, an enormous bed of coins. And then there's the door to the south that leads to the priestly chambers. There's the door to the east that the mage went through. And then there's the path back to the pool.
So just to get a sense of the area, Clave is gonna quickly race over here and try to sneak and peek around the corner to see what's over there.
So it appears to just be an enormous pile of coins. You don't see anything there or anyone.
Okay. And so then I'm gonna step out. Huh. Okay. And so, Clay will come back and say, so what's the plan?
I forget. What do we sort of figure out would be, because we want to get to the patron, but if killing Paradonna might be a large step in the recovery of the patron.
Who's Paradonna? Like, what is she to you guys?
Evil. Purely and simply.
Teal would add, we used to date. That was before she became a lich.
Wait, a lich?
Something like that.
You guys, you couldn't keep it simple. You couldn't piss off something that's a little less like death incarnate.
At this level, no.
Not even at level 5 when you first met her.
So how do you propose to take out Bella, whatever her name is? I'm listening. Oh, just go through the front door. What? Do you know what a lich is?
A vile creature that should not exist.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need more than just bash its head in.
Osiris would not suffer such a creature. Everything must die.
Right? But how does that like address the issue at hand? We're trying to save your patron, trying to stay alive. Don't want to just sacrifice ourselves for nothing.
You should have spoken up about this before coming in here. We could have left you behind.
And I wish I could take that. But here we are. So let's not die. And in order not to die, let's come up with a better plan than hit the thing that can kill us.
Get a ray.
And hope to kill it first.
It works so far.
Yeah, and do you recall the fight against the Demi-Lich?
Yes, it was quite simple.
Darius, you're supposed to be the wise one. Where's the wisdom in fighting something blindly?
Did you say there was a pile of coins somewhere?
There's a gigantic pile of coins.
Okay.
Yeah, over there around the corner.
What do you mean around the corner?
Right around the corner.
So close by?
Yes.
Near the tapestry?
Right
Oh,
there.
that okay. Now I see it.
I do not suggest taking anything.
I'm gonna walk over and look at it.
It's a mix of various different types of coin. There's no apparent organization to it. There is, it's not exactly just a pile. There is an indentation in the middle where presumably the dragon lays on it.
Oh. Is there any coin that is sort of close to the edge or maybe has fallen onto the floor?
They're all on the floor in a sense, but yes, there are coins close to the edge of the platform.
I'm going to walk over and grab one.
Okay, give me a dexterity save.
I am staying well over here.
Oh yeah.
Are you using an action point?
That sounds
I'm
like
not,
I need.
no. When I ask that, it does not necessarily mean that you.
No,
need
I'm not.
to.
I'm not going to use an action point now.
Okay, so you take 16 acid damage.
Good grief!
It is clearly not from the coin itself. There is a magical effect that sort of ripples through the entire pile of coins and then just lashes out at you like a whip.
Do I get the coin?
You get the coin, though.
All right. Walk back over here. I'm gonna.
Like, roll me a d4.
Oh, okay.
So you managed to secure a silver piece.
That's fine. I'd say the loot, the dragon's resting spot is trapped with acid. Do I feel the heat from the tapestry at this distance? Whatever.
You actually, there doesn't seem to be any heat coming off of the tapestry.
Okay. I take the silver coin in my after I've sacrificed that 16 hit points, and I hurl it through the tapestry to see if it goes through.
Okay, so I guess make me a perception check.
All right.
So it definitely goes through, but the moment it crosses the threshold, it's unclear. You can't really see it at that point. So it just disappears with a flash as it passes through.
Okay.
I guess Zarius, you probably hear like the faint chink of a coin landing somewhere.
Just like peer through. That seems unsafe. And it's just like a tapestry, you said?
It looks on the sides of it, it looks like a tapestry. And it looks like there are folds in it, but there is, otherwise an incredibly lifelike portrait of some sort of hell dimension.
Can how secure does it look like it's like held up?
It's pretty secure. I mean, it's 30, 40 feet long and about 30 feet high. It's a big piece of cloth that this was created on.
So you're saying it would be difficult to tear it down?
Yes, it would be somewhat difficult to tear it down. It's doubtlessly it weighs a lot.
Sure. The weight, I don't care. I just want to bring it down.
Okay, how do you want to try to bring it down? I mean, it appears to be affixed. It's here.
It is that thing. Okay. Can I?
So it appears to be affixed to some sort of bar at the top, about 30 feet up. The ceiling's about 50 feet.
Can I spit some acid at the bar to like eat away at it? Maybe at just like one side, so I can like yank it down from the side.
Right. So you can't. The bar is 30 feet up, so you can't reach the bar, but you could spit acid at it if you.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Right.
What is the distance of my acid breath? I'm not sure what it is in this. with an updated version of it. So. Oh, it says 15-foot cone, but
So I like the rule from Fizbin's guide that says that you can choose between either like a 30-foot line or a 15-foot cone.
okay. Yeah, because I got the original breath weapon was the line, so I prefer that myself. I like the range.
Yeah, I mean, right. I would just say you could choose between them
Okay.
when you're using it.
Then I would like to do that.
Okay, so roll me. So make me a perception check with advantage. Everyone else can make me a normal perception check.
Perceiving anything.
Mm-mm.
Should I make a perception check too?
With
Yeah,
advantage.
with advantage.
Hey.
So you managed to hit the bar, but you realize that your acid really didn't affect the bar the way you think it would. And you realize that the whole tapestry is probably an illusion,
Okay.
including the bar that holds it up. So rather than being a tapestry with illusion magic imbued into it, or a portal, it appears to just be an illusion.
Weird. But the coin definitely passed through it.
Seem to.
Okay.
So can you bring it down, Zarius? Can you bring the tapestry down?
No, that is
What?
not really here.
Well,
Why are we worrying about this tapestry?
I do not want anything to come in from behind us.
Can we dispel it?
That was the next thing to try.
How do you know it's even a portal people can step through?
The coin appeared to go through.
Yeah, you guys have seen a lot of crazy shit since I've been around. Doesn't mean it's real.
Sure. But what if it is? You're an illusionist. Can you tell if this is an illusion or an actual portal?
So,
You're the expert.
is that something that Clave can do?
Yeah, you could. Nobody has really like investigated this other than looking at it. But so yes, you could investigate it.
All right. I'll ritually cast detect magic since it seems like we're not really worried about time. So cast
Right.
that.
So
while I'm
yeah,
examining it.
the whole thing detects as an illusion. And you basically conclude that yeah, the whole tapestry is just illusionary.
Yeah, it's all an illusion. The coin didn't pass through anything. It's just on the ground.
Intriguing. Fine. Pick a door.
Actually, Zarius, make me an investigation check. You can make me a straight wisdom check if you prefer.
It would certainly be better.
So when Aurelia threw the coin, it did seem like it passed through the illusion, but when you heard the coin land, it was, a good half second later. Like if it had crossed through and hit a wall,
mm-hmm.
there would have been an immediate noise from the coin. But instead, it sounds like it went beyond the illusion and bounced a couple times.
Here's a question: does it seem like it the sound of the coin came from the illusion itself, or
I would say it doesn't seem like it hit a wall that's beyond the illusion. It passed through it and traveled some distance beyond it.
Directionally for the sound. What did it perhaps? Maybe this is like a weird sort of portal just over to the coins, for instance.
It sounded from your perspective like it came from the illusion, from the direction of the illusion.
Okay.
But I'll narrow it down further. There might be a giant hole behind the illusion that the illusion is covered.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna pass through, even if it's fiery on the other side. I'm resistant because of my armor. So, one moment, and just sort of like slowly step through. I guess we're over here, huh?
I didn't cast Death Ward on you.
That's true. I forgot. Who did you cast Death Ward on?
Keyhole.
Well, he's not here, so you cast it on me instead.
Yeah, I mean, I will allow you to retcon if you want to.
If you will, I will cast it on Zarius.
Whenever he returns in our next session, I'll cast Death Ward on him. How about that?
Okay,
we'll get it covered.
So stepping through, you immediately see, not that far in front of you, 15 or 20 feet, there are a line of skeletons, all armored, all of which have sort of demonic features about them, stray areas of bone and horns that are poking out from their armor. There is most notably a black crystalline staff that is sort of etched with lines of red energy, the color of almost like a glowing dragon's blood. You've never seen anything exactly like it, but it hovers over this enormous cavern in the floor. There are 4 pedestals with arcane symbols on them, and 4 dark priests, one standing on each pedestal. But as you cross through, you see some of the skeletons begin to turn and look at you. You also notice, by the way, there is a red beam of energy that is either coming from the ceiling or going from the staff out the ceiling, and then a very similar beam coming up through the chasm below.
So they turn to look at me.
Yes.
I'll just look around, just checking on your progress.
Okay, go with it. Go big with the head.
So roll me a deception check.
Yep.
What do you have, a -1?
No, I have a +2.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be much worse.
Hell of a lot worse.
My role in D&D Beyond was cocked. I just saw 2 4s. I'm like, fuck.
And let me see his check. Our progress is going fine. One of the priests in the closest to you, I guess, or says, our progress is going fine. Why are you interrupting our ritual?
You are pathetic. If my presence here disrupts you. Back to work. And I just walk back out.
So once you pass beyond, you realize you can't really hear anymore what's going on inside the room, because he was saying something to you indignantly, and you stopped hearing it the moment you crossed back through.
So I stopped hearing.
Right.
But I could hear the coin?
Right. You couldn't hear him anymore when you walked back through.
Weird. Maybe you just stopped talking. Like, motherfucker.
Zarius, what'd you find? Is there anything back there?
Danger.
Find my coin.
Wait a minute. Danger? I'm surprised you didn't just go up and bash it.
That's Lucia Rossi.
Sounds like Zarius, the way he's been talking about just taking up Paradonna. Like it's just that easy. So, what is danger?
Many skeletons and some clerics. They are performing a ritual. It might be best to disrupt.
Yeah, I'd say any big ritual that's being carried out by some evil lich that's apparently used to date T-Hole, probably not a sign of good tidings to come.
Four of these, 3 clerics, someone who seemed to be more better armed, and maybe a dozen skeletons.
Okay. Well, you assess the situation. What are you proposing?
Do you have lots of fire?
No. What I look like? A pyromancer? And I'm freaking exhausted. I nearly died back there.
Or do you still look rough? How are you looking?
HP wise, I'm fine, but I only have 1, 2. I have 2, 3, 5. I have 6 spell slots, all 4th level or lower. So I don't have much magic left to begin with.
We might be able to take a moment to properly disrupt. I think I may have tricked them. It was rather jarring. I had to think on my feet. I just pretended like I belonged.
Okay, so what do you want to, like, what's the play to trick them? I mean, if they're performing a ritual, it sounds like they're probably going to be pretty focused.
Well, one of them seemed to not be so focused. Which one was it that was talking to me?
Who's the one in the southwest corner? Who's by his vestments? Like you could see this guy seemed to be wearing like plate armor. The other ones they're all
Right.
sort of reasonably richly clad, but the other ones weren't nearly as heavily armored as him.
Right. The one that I was speaking to seemed less interested in the ritual. More likely he is less of a spellcaster than the others. There was also a large chasm in the middle.
And a black crystalline staff.
And lasers.
Lasers.
Laser.
Laser sword.
Frickin' sharks with frickin' lasers on their frickin' heads.
All right, so you want to disrupt the ritual. So
There's also a floating staff above the chasm. If it could somehow be destroyed or removed, perhaps that might disrupt the ritual. But it will draw lots of their attention towards us. We had Lux from the other game. She could just like jump across and grab it on her way over.
Right. Well, lead the way. If we're gonna do this, I mean,
Well, can
After you.
Capri grab it?
I doubt it.
I mean, you don't know. It's just sort of hovering there in the air. So who knows how hard it is to pull it down. She could probably carry a staff and still fly.
I would be concerned of any potential corrupting effects.
Right. And, it might make her a target because the staff wouldn't be invisible.
That would be funny. It's like suddenly the staff is moving. What the fuck's happening?
So you would be vaguely, you would remember you faced similar demonic skeletons in Mordenkainen's Manor as they were protecting and guarding Paradonna.
We've gained some levels since then, but I don't recall their aptitudes. Weird.
So there were two kinds that you faced. One seemed to be more or less like a boss version of them, a commander version of them. These looked like the generic foot soldiers that you faced. In which case they were tougher than skeletons, but still basically just melee, and they could fire crossbows. They have crossbows, but they were sort of a basic model of tougher skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with your cleric level you can destroy them. Maybe we'll finally see it happen.
CR2 and below. You destroyed some ghouls once upon a time.
Yeah, what is that level?
Well, if they're performing some kind of ritual, we just have to pick out one piece.
They're CR3 now. I can destroy because we hit level 14.
Oh boy.
So maybe.
Indeed.
If not, though, there's like a dozen of them. So that's a lot of attacks.
Glaive knows all about the attacks, the number of attacks. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Right. I mean, there's, like 14, 15, 16 enemies in there. That means like a crit every other round, at least.
Yeah, so Glaive is waiting for Zarius to take the lead and begin whatever it is that he's wanting to begin.
I don't know what I want to begin.
And then you turn around and notice T-Hole has wandered off.
Right, yeah. Like T-Hole is our frontliner. Shall we take the heavily armed first, or the ritual casters first?
I mean, both.
Well, if we need to disrupt the ceremony or the ritual, right? So if we focus fire on one of those, you said the priests, if we try to take out one of those priests, and the ceremony will stop.
Or at least slow down. As I said, there is a large chasm in the middle. Now kind of like tell them like where those circles roughly were. Yeah, I mean, all right. No, I guess let's fucking just see what happens, I guess.
Do
I have any cool spells I can use right now? I do have enhance ability. I could do Eagle Splendor. Yeah, have some advantage on some of these rolls.
you want me to give you you want me to give you Sanctuary?
Mm,
They'll at least have to make a wisdom save if they try to attack you.
As long as you
now.
don't attack them.
Is that how it works?
yeah. It might.
The minute you attack them, it breaks the spell.
Good spell for the escort missions, though.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you need to like hold down buttons on a bridge.
um. Yeah, I mean, if it comes to a fight, it is likely I will be one of those to try and deal the most damage, with Clave being spent as he is.
So all right.
So Kepri
if
would
we're-
probably ask in your head what you want her to do.
I think I would just tell her, try and keep up high and out of the way. And if they're distracted enough, perhaps invisibly try and remove the staff from where it is. But do not get in that beam of light, whatever it is. Whatever you do not pass through that. Yeah, I don't know.
So in preparation for going in, since there are priests and we don't really know what the fuck's going on, Clave is always a man to try and gather intelligence. So he's going to go in casting detect thoughts to have that ready on himself.
Can you
Goodbye, second level spell slots.
can you look like that person that we interacted with when we first came into this area? That could help.
Yeah, not a problem. And then he changes using his keen mind to exactly get the image of that guy that we convinced was, where Paradon is chosen.
Hopefully,
Do you change?
hopefully it's not unusual for this person to come to this area. No, he came out of this area.
Right, he came out of this area.
and
And you realize he just probably walked through the illusion.
Yep.
What are you doing back? And why have you changed your clothes?
I'm his twin.
It was Taco Tuesday. I don't want to talk about
it. Bad gumbo. All right. I'm gonna pass.
So I mean, I will give you a surprise round. What is your plan, though?
So my idea is to sort of just walk through like I mean it. And then I guess approach this person over here.
Right.
Oh, you know what? Just before I pass through.
This is the priest you talked to before, who seems like he's better dressed than the rest of them.
This one over here, right? I thought that was this one. Right. Yeah. But he doesn't seem like he's actually properly. It doesn't seem like he's actually participating in the ritual.
I mean, all of these 4 platforms, these magic circles, are glowing.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't seem like it requires constant concentration on their part to do whatever it is they're doing.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Well, then fuck this guy in the heavy armor then. Or no. I want to go towards the people who might have a ranged attack. Make this guy run at us.
Right. So that all of the skeletons have crossbows. So they probably
Sure.
have ranged attacks. You don't see, all of the priests seem like they have maces on them, but you don't see ranged weapons on them.
Sure. And that dude that was like more heavily armored.
He has the same sort of weapons. He doesn't seem to have a ranged weapon.
Yeah, perfect.
He's the one that whose mind I'm going to go off to read to, or try to.
Yeah, he actually has a maul rather than a mace.
So yeah, just before passing through, I'm gonna speak the word to animate the head of my staff so that it is ready to strike with
Okay.
both venom and lightning, apparently, because I never got rid of that.
Right.
Still bugs Zarius for sure. And then yeah, he's just gonna sort of go off like he's intended to go in that direction.
Okay, everyone roll initiative for me.
I'm gonna before he did that, I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on myself.
I have disadvantage because I am exhausted.
I gotta be right back.
So Aurelia, you get to go first anyway.
Okay. Um.
So, and you could basically place yourself like right up against the barrier if you want, because you were preparing for this. So you don't have to waste like 10 feet of movement to get to the barrier.
Okay. So I guess I can't see through it. I have to step through it in order to see.
Yes.
Gotcha. And Zarius has already walked through, or is that going to be on his turn?
That'll be on his turn. I mean, you could delay this round until after he goes if you want.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just wait for his cue to do anything.
Okay, so we'll just let Zarius go first then and move down the order. Oops. Oh, hasn't completely sorted. So Zarius, you get to go first.
Muted.
There we go. I'm just trying to like walk like I mean to come through here, but I also can't quite make it to this guy in like an action, so or in a turn, unless I ran at him, which that seems hostile.
So what are you doing when you get there?
I'm just pretending like I'm walking through.
So you're just taking a single move action then?
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to hold your turn? Because you don't know what these other people are going to do.
What does it
By
look
which
like?
I mean your party members who may come in weapons drawn.
Might not come in at all.
I mean, you're sure that they can't see that you haven't quite made it to the person.
I I don't know. I don't know what my friends are doing, so my intent was to just kind of
You wanted your YOLO moment.
I kind of figured
I mean,
we would all kind of walk together.
Okay, so basically, you would say you're going to go in there and head towards what, the right, and walk towards that guy. You're not going to go in blasting.
Right.
Right. Okay. So I know what I'm going to do.
That
okay.
is fair enough. It's premature initiative then. We'll keep all the initiative rolls, but everybody can basically walk with you if that was the plan. I didn't get what the plan actually was.
Well, that made
So-
two of us.
This way.
Yeah.
So
I'm immediately Clave is also off the reservation going to a different person than you are.
That's fine. Yeah. Let Clave go towards the person who is well armed.
I'm going to attempt to walk with Zarius as I take out my lich skull copper bent scepter and walk like I'm supposed to be there.
And so we're not technically in rounds yet, so you can move onto the platform if you want.
I think what I would do is I would walk past him first. So like kind of go just
Yeah,
like
these three subordinate priests seem to all be women, but the one you're looking at is a dwarven woman. And you've walked past her now. She clearly is aware of you. She's not necessarily paying that much attention to you, but she gives you a glance as you walk by.
so like as I'm walking, I kind of like look at the circle and like stop and like like this shouldn't be here or something like that, right?
Zarius is terrible at this. Clave knows why they rely on him now.
Yeah, I never said I was good at it.
Zarius is stopping like he's inspecting the artwork in a museum.
Yeah, like what's going on with this thing? Why does it look like that, sort of thing? Like, no, this isn't right.
Meanwhile,
my chin tendrils. This doesn't seem right. Come look at this. And I'll like gesture to the person.
and while Zarius is over there shuffling his feet and looking at the ground, Clave is gonna go up and once in range try and read this guy's surface thoughts.
Okay. So what's the save on that?
It is a wisdom save, 18.
So you see he like shakes as you invade his mind. The initial thoughts you get, you see an image of a decayed green dragon, but you can see he's also thinking about a not exactly similar looking and much larger red dragon, and you get the name Fafnir before he sort of shakes off your attempt to invade his mind.
Okay. Actually, I don't until I probe deeper. There's no saving throw. I automatically learn surface thoughts.
Okay, so he doesn't make a save yet then. But that's what you get. He's thinking about these two dragons, one of which is clearly dead. The red dragon doesn't seem in his mind to be dead, although it's kind of like a storybook image of this red dragon. It's not lifelike necessarily. And you gather that Fafnir is the name of the red dragon.
So
In fact,
in order,
are you proficient in history?
yes.
So give me a history check.
Oh boy.
That is actually that's enough for this. Fafnir is like a mythological dragon, or not ancient, perhaps is the real term, but Fafnir was supposedly the first and greatest of all the red dragons ever, and was killed during the Dawn War at the beginning of time.
Okay. So
You know,
in
you didn't
order,
roll high enough to get much more than that, but you would know Fafnir is just sort of a famous dragon name.
okay. So in order to shape his thoughts for my attempt when I do probe deeper, I'm gonna say, how's the ritual going?
He looks sort of disdainfully. I mean, I'm just wondering, do you use your halfling voice? Because you don't look like a halfling anymore.
No. I'm mimicking the other guy's voice. So, how's the ritual going?
So he looks over at you somewhat disdainfully and says, "Why are you in here, mage? You wouldn't understand the intricacies of this ritual even if I told them to you.
I really
Go
hope
and
this causing him to think about them.
fetch the reagents as I ordered, and don't come back without them."
Excellent.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was doing.
Oh, bother.
Right. You have time to change your clothes. You have time to fetch the reagents.
Oh, my clothes look like his clothes. I have magic clothes.
Okay.
Now, what you I you got high intelligence, right?
Uh-huh.
So what you do is what do you mean? I just got in here. I haven't been through here. Like really fucking fuck with this guy. Gaslight the shit out of him.
I would if I wanted to confuse him, but I need him thinking about the information that I need him to think about.
Oh yeah, I mean I guess, but
There, Clave's playing 4D chess.
is he?
just like wizards.
I was thinking like maybe we get this guy to like leave. Like, oh shit, like we've got somebody pretending to be you who just came through here.
This is not a conversation your characters, I assume, are having across the room at
No,
100 feet.
Telepathically, perhaps.
I'm trying to be Clay, like help with Clave's high intelligence, right? Like a 20 intelligence is like fucking hyper genius sort of shit. No, but
Yeah.
I'm not that high up there. I think we're all pretty smart fellas, but I don't think anybody's quite that level, right?
Can recite all the prime numbers from 0 to a million. Like
In between, yeah.
in
The
order.
first 1 million prime numbers.
Yeah.
Like Stephen Hawking. Nobody hears Stephen Hawking.
So, but yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until the next round because it was my action to direct my thoughts into his mind. So,
What's Aurelia doing other than, I mean, you're still like 30 feet away from Zarius. But I don't know if you were stopping there or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer with a look of disgust on my face.
Yeah. As you walk past, one of the skeletons does sort of turn, and you see a glowing red light in its eyes as it gives out like a low, somewhat of a hiss through its skull jaws.
shit,
And it's
they
clearly
recognize us?
it is clearly focusing on you, but it's not necessarily looking into the chasm as they were doing when you first walked in. It's not moving though.
Okay.
And so, Zarius, make me a persuasion check to see if you can get this priest to come look at the edge of the circle.
Alrighty. Persuasion.
That's our Zarius.
So she ignores you and closes her eyes and reaches her arms up into the air. You see, there's a brief flare in the glowing from the runes around the circle.
If she doesn't move, did I stutter?
Why are you speaking to her like that? Kindness goes a long way.
She has messed up this circle.
Well, then ask her kindly to come over and take a look at it. I'm sure if she's going to spend all this time with this ritual, she wants to make it done correctly. I'm not going to treat her like you treat me. Dragging me out here in this chasm.
now we're so far from Zarius' comfort. I'm like, he has no fucking clue how to respond.
The dwarf lady opens her eyes and huffs and says, "Will you two take your lover's spat outside?"
I'd rather not. I just step forward and fucking hit her.
Okay, so now we are in rounds. So you can roll to hit.
Alrighty, here we go.
God.
Did it just... Why did you do that? Oh, here we are. No, stop. What are you doing? I'll just roll it from here then. Does this have...
So that hits. So
Oh,
now she makes her constitution save, although she is a dwarf.
Nah, that's fair.
Oh, I thought the 8 was critical fail that she did.
No, that's the lightning.
So she takes half the poison damage because she made her save. Oh, no, she made her save. She takes no poison damage, I guess.
Indeed.
But she takes the bludgeoning and lightning damage.
Piercing, because it bites her.
Oh, it bites her. So you lash out at her. She reels back and then shouts to everyone else, "We're under attack."
This woman attacked me.
Gaslight. It wasn't me.
So the war priest is surprised at this turn of events. The priests are all still surprised at this turn of events.
Well, why?
I am surprised at this turn of events.
And it's Clave's turn.
So at this point, Clave is gonna probe deeper. So.
You're just gonna hear, oh shit.
So wisdom save. Oh.
Yeah, 18 is just the number they need to hit.
So he seems to be aware that you're trying to read his thoughts and is able to fight you off. Anything else you're doing?
Let's see if I have any bonus action things I can do.
Oh, I guess technically I had a bonus action. I don't know if I have anything though.
So I don't like the look of these Skeletons. So I'm gonna use an action point to throw a fireball here. So it hits the priest and 3 of these skellies.
Okay. First the priest. Not a save, and then the skeletons. The one furthest from the priest made it.
No, 2 of them made it. The DC is 15 because it's the wand's, not mine.
Oh, okay. So the priestess lets out a pretty loud cry, as that's a substantial chunk of our hit points. The skeletons are less reactive.
Okay. And then yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, Aurelia, unless you're surprised, that's up to you.
Gosh. Clave, who did you hit?
He hit
This guy
people
and
up in this
these
corner.
3.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to cast lightning bolt. I'm pretty sure I can catch these 3 guys and this guy here.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say you can also get this one.
Okay.
It's close enough to the line.
All right.
Very nice.
Oh, wait a second. That is not the spell. That is
I'm just going to roll deck saves.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's chain lightning. Okay.
Oh, it's
Wait,
chain
you're
lightning.
doing chain lightning?
Yeah, that's what I don't have regular lightning. I got chain lightning.
So then it works differently.
Great.
So basically, you have to pick first. You pick a target within 150 feet.
Okay.
And then it starts leaping to other targets within 30 feet. So it doesn't have to be in a line. And it's basically you hit lightning bolt. Actually would have been slightly better in this one case, except that this does more damage. But you pick the initial target and then it
Right.
leaps to 3 more targets.
Well, I'll pick the guy on the pedestal, and it should be able to get these 3 skeletons here because I don't want to waste them all on the skeleton.
Right. It will definitely be able to leap 30 feet to
1.
different people.
Yeah, I should be able to get those 3 skeletons. Okay.
Let me just check. Actually, you could hit 2 of the skeletons because this guy's more than 30 feet from the original target.
From the original target. Okay, got you. Okay. All right.
So we'll just take the first 2. One of the skeletons made it, and the other 2 people failed. So,
all right.
On the wrong tool. You can see the skeleton that was nearest to him is pretty damaged, like on the verge of falling apart.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
The skeletons have not reacted. They're still surprised too. So Zarius, it's your turn again. You now see that they are sort of snapping out of their surprise.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Just sort of double checking spells here. Yeah, no, this should be. I think might be okay. Actually, this maybe something will come towards me, and I can wait on that one. So let's do. Yeah, we'll just throw out Spirit Guardians, I think. Do I upcast it? No, we'll keep it base level. Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardian. So at the beginning of these guys' turn, I guess I'll shift a tad. So I can at least hit one other guy here. Yeah.
Okay.
I think what is that? Is that a bonus action? No, that's an action. So that's been cast. Then they'll make wisdom saves, like I said. And then my only real bonus action is spiritual weapon, which I can't cast, so because I just cast a spell. That's it.
Okay. So the head priest reaches up and takes his helmet off, and you realize that he was pretty tall, but you realize that he is a Goliath. And he slams it onto the floor and yells, "Kill them! Kill these intruders!" And then he himself so he begins to chant to cast a spell. Really, Aurelia, you're more than 60 feet away.
Okay. All right.
So you can't counterspell it. But you see, as he finished casting, almost like plates of rock seem to form on his skin. And that's his turn. And then he lifts his maul and walks right up to Clave.
The artist formerly known as Clave.
The priests.
The artist formerly living, more like.
Right, so she has to make a wisdom save.
Yes. Well, she did make it, so yeah. Just do the damage area. Yeah, it was fucking shit damage too. What the fuck?
Hey,
So, and what does she want to do?
she actually gets hit points back.
Yeah.
So what are your, I forget, what your spear guardians look like? Little copies of
The little jackals.
Anubis? The little jackals. So
Yeah.
you see she begins to cast a spell. Now you're within 60 feet of Aurelia if you want to counterspell.
Sure.
Like asking, do you want to use an action point on that saving
It
throw?
is. Do you want to use up a spell slot? I mean, I'm willing to let you do a religion check to see if you can identify the spell.
Oh yes, I will definitely take a check. No, I can't tell what the hell it is.
Yeah, you're not sure what she's casting.
I don't want to burn. I don't want to burn through spells.
Maybe I can recognize it and just yell back, Aurelia.
No, it's a little more split second than that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save him. I can't do it right now.
Okay,
Sure.
so you see dueling spiritual guardians because
Yes.
she is suddenly enveloped in a wreath of dark skeletal figures. So on your turn, you will have to make wisdom saves.
Sure.
Technically, Aurelia may be out of it. And then the other ones will. So how far is he? Easily close enough. This other priest up in the corner begins to cast a spell. This one's at Aurelia because she's closest, but it misses. And the other priest. Gets to move. This one is a human woman. So she has to dash this round to try to get around the chasm. Clave.
All right. So the first thing I'm doing is casting silent image to create a helm around the head of the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the helm is visorless, has no mouthpiece. It just has a spot for his nose, and it comes all the way around the head and like around the chin, so it's you're not able to take it off, and there's not damaging unless he pulls on it razor blades lining that edge. And then I'm using my bonus action to make it real.
Okay.
And that is what's my illusory reality. And then, because YOLO, I'm using an action point to cast Fireball again. And yeah, I'm going to center it right there.
Center it where?
Or right on the spellcaster. Yeah,
right on it.
I don't want to try and get this guy in the blast because I don't want to potentially hit myself, but the spellcaster and those two skeletons at least.
Well, then you can't center it
Right,
on
you
them.
can't center
The
it on
radius
her.
is 20.
Right. Oh, wait, that's
diameter
right.
is 40.
That's right. That's right. So center it in the center then. So it reaches let's see. 20. Yeah. That should do it. We're too far. So that's what I would want.
Okay.
And then I'll roll that.
Oops.
Nice damage.
This might be a clutch saving throw for the priest.
Priest made it.
Yep. These guys. So the priest is not looking like, she is not in good shape. She's been fireballed twice. Oh, right, this guy. So one of the skeletons is just annihilated because she was hit by chain, or it was hit by chain lightning before.
Um,
And the other one, which was also hit by chain lightning, is still around. Though it's not looking like it's in good shape.
And what I would like to do then with my move action, because this guy in front of me is blind as far as I can tell, correct?
Right. Yep.
So if I move, then does that trigger an attack of opportunity? Since he's
He
not
can't
really
see you, he can't attack you.
Okay.
If
So
he can't see you.
right. So I'm going to try and move there. Well, no, actually, so I wouldn't even necessarily take attack of an opportunity, but you wouldn't necessarily know where I am either, because I want to keep myself between the skellies and or I want to keep him between me and the skellies. So he doesn't take attack of opportunity. I assume that means he can't see. So I will that'll be my turn.
Okay. Aurelia.
Am I in the spiritual guardians range?
Not her spiritual guardians.
Okay.
I mean, she'd have to take a step forward, so you don't have to make a save at this point.
Hit her hard enough, she might lose concentration.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Gonna hit her with the black spherical death strike. avoiding Xarius, of course.
Okay, so you have to center this a little bit behind her to avoid hitting
Yeah.
Xarius.
Yeah.
What's the save? Dexterity save?
Yeah.
That is not their strong suit.
I was hoping that.
Should that be rephrased to a black column death strike?
Well, it's little.
It looks like
it's like
flame
a
strike.
rain of. It's like a rain of little black spheres, right?
Yep.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
So her spiritual guardians
Oh, okay.
fizzles out.
Nice.
But she is still technically up. So you doing anything else?
No. Oh wait, I can move. Right. No, yeah. Can I move without that skeleton attacking me? Am I
He's
close?
not within 5 feet of you. He's about 10
Okay.
feet away.
Okay. I'll try to run down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this skeleton has to make a saving throw. Hey, made it. So what's the damage he takes from your spirit guardians?
Oh, sure.
wait,
Uh,
does
so-
Spirit Guardians do damage on half
Yeah,
or on a success?
yeah.
does
It
half
has
damage.
half damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So it just pays no attention to the spirit guardians and just moves up to Xarius with its sword.
It does. It is difficult terrain.
Only had to move 10 feet though.
Yeah, I know. Just as a technicality. If it were prone, that would have mattered.
That's weird. That thing is off. Oh well, I'll fix that later. So it's attacking you with its great sword.
Sure. Miss hit. 13.
And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Why is that like?
and then it has to make a save.
Is this like a magical weapon by chance?
It is not.
So I do have.
It failed its save. So do you want to re-roll your damage for this second one that's approaching you?
Yeah. Let me make. Hold on. No, I'm the first one hitting me might. I might lose concentration. So
That's fair.
no, I'm safe. Yeah, I guess let me do that. Spirit guard. You know, let me just throw it up here.
Wow.
Better.
But it still moves up, and it's actually going to go after Aurelia because she's also there. That's a miss.
So is it undead?
It is.
Okay, so it has disadvantage.
Okay.
It's protection.
So then
Okay. So it missed.
Then it misses. One moves up in the direction of Clave,
Yeah.
but misses. Actually, 2 move up in the direction of Clave.
Yeah. That second one hits.
And the other ones all pull out crossbows.
Of course.
Let's see. So that's 2 against 2 against Zarius, 2 against Aurelia, and 1 against Clave. So first we'll do Zarius. Then Aurelia.
What's the does the target have to be within range or the attacker? That's one.
I assume it's the target. But that's 22 damage unless Zarya saves you.
Or a creature.
Well, you're talking about the third. You're talking about the third attack at disadvantage.
Oh, you're right. So it's not even.
But a 14 hits anyway. I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
14 hits. I got to make a con save.
So
right?
it's 10. Yes.
Okay. Made
More
my
than
con
made
save.
it. So you take the 10 damage though, and then there's a second shot at you at disadvantage. So that definitely misses, and then 1 shot at Clave.
Do I get cover?
Yes, you do get cover, but it missed anyway.
Oh, cool.
And Zarius' turn.
Alrighty. Let me. I think I'll just. I had checked that I had bless for some reason. Do we know where that came from?
What, you had the spell bless?
I had it checked as if I had cast it, or that it was I was being affected by it. I mean.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe you were at one point.
I think you did have it cast during the Hydra fight, or sometime around then.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna guess that it's gone now.
Well, it's only a 1-minute spell.
Yeah. I guess I'll just. Heck, I wasn't really finding any great stuff from. I think I might just poke this guy with the staff again. Got the lightning added on properly this time. It didn't actually roll it.
It doesn't necessarily matter. The 2 piercing damage was enough to fell her.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Cool. It's pretty sweet. This guy isn't within my range, right? Like
of your spirit guardians, yes.
I mean, like I'm gonna see if I can make sort of move my way. I'll provoke from one guy to start coming over here to help Clave out.
Okay.
So 5.
But he's got Sentinel. Your ass is staying right there.
Right.
I should start giving enemy Sentinel.
Probably be about here, I think. I dashed, but this place is big, so I can only make it so far. You know what?
But
fuck it.
He presumably hit with his.
I think maybe I'll just sort of hang out closer, so that I could still affect these guys with the Spirit Guardians, actually, and then I can try and get closer the next turn. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
So about this helmet, how much damage do you think he would take if he just tried to rip it off? Given it is silent image.
I mean, like the way that I imagine it, like it came under his chin, like it was, so it's like a solid piece of metal goes around his neck, like hugging his neck, and then around his chin, like solid. So
Okay, that's fair
I guess
enough. So
I mean, if
right, I know he's not going to try to rip it off then. But you hear he does begin to chant.
he can still talk. That's too bad.
Yeah, you can put a ball gag in there.
No, I didn't. It's probably still a bit hard to chant, but yeah. Okay. Well,
And when he finishes,
it doesn't work. It's not magic. Once it becomes real, it's not magic.
okay. But he still tries to dispel it.
Yeah. And he's very surprised.
Right. And then he is going to try to just, even if he has to physically break it or break his chin, he doesn't care. He's got stone skin up.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess the blades aren't going to be that much of a issue if he's got stone skin.
And it's like the sweet stone skin, like from 3rd edition. It's like full on damage mitigation.
But that's basically his turn. Yeah, that's his turn. Okay. So now the priests. This priest, who is half dead from fireballs, is not having a good time. So she is not going to try to approach. What would she do? Yeah, she's just going to cast Guiding Bolt at Clave.
Do I have cover from her vantage point by chance?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
Wow, yes. My AC is 19 then.
So she misses. And then she is going to start to move back. Clave.
I'm gonna fireball her. So all right, so I can position the fireball to hit the priest and the two of the skellies.
Okay, so she dies, even if she makes her save. Whatever you roll for damage, it's not her 4 hit points are not going to save her.
Excellent. Bad roll.
And the 2 skeletons fail. 15. That is a bad roll.
Yeah, that's 4 ones. I'm surprised it's not red. Yeah, these skeletons are right in my face, so I'm not gonna run away from them just yet. So that'll be my turn.
Aurelia. Got one skeleton right up in your face. Another skeleton about 10 feet away. Zarius about 10 feet on the other side of the skeleton in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. I should be able to hit both of them, I think.
Yeah, it'd be a little easier if you shifted.
But I get an attack of opportunity, right, when that guy tried to hit me?
No, if you moved here, you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay,
and then they'd be in a line.
Okay. I'll cast Thunder Wave.
They both fail. So
does it happen? Oh,
it does not quite
10
move.
feet.
Yeah.
Damn it. That would have been so cool.
And I'm going to move.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
So Aurelia moved one of the skeletons out of the area of
Yeah,
the
so
spirit guardians. So what's the damage to the one that's still in the area?
oh, it is their turn. Okay, cool.
It's 15 feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Throw it out here. Yeah. Could be better.
So this one's in rough shape, but it is going to fight its way through and somehow have enough movement to make it 5 feet to get up to you and attack.
Of course.
And then the other one's just dumb, so it's going to walk into the spirit guardians anyway, I guess.
You want me to roll it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll it again.
A little better. It's not a con save, it's a wisdom save.
Oh. He failed anyway. Oh. And then all the crossbow ones will continue with their existing targets. So 2 against Zarius.
I negate that.
Then 2 against Aurelia. And then 1 against Clave, but with cover. He misses.
So it's just 9 for that one on me then.
Yes.
Down to
And it's your turn.
I technically have to roll this. Okay.
Wait a minute. No, I have to be fair. The 2 skeletons near me didn't attack.
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you for that.
Kill him.
Hit. Miss. Hit. Miss. All right. Could have been worse.
My turn, you said, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be pointless for me to cast blindness deafness on the guy since you've already blinded him. Blinded him with a cantrip, no less.
But if you cast deafness, then he can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think deafness prevents you from casting spells.
I think it does. I think
Silence
it does
is what you need.
No, I think verbal components even with deafness.
I don't see why. You could still speak, you just can't hear it. Silence, however, that definitely doesn't.
You really would think muteness would be a better effect in this game.
Okay,
yeah.
a deafened creature can't hear and automatically fails any ability check that requires hearing. I think that's my house rule. Deafened does prevent somatic components or verbal components.
Yeah, in 3.5, the rule was they had like a 20% chance of mispronouncing something and foiling the spell.
All these stupid fucking things that are like so short range. It's ridiculous. um, did I prepare that? Oh, I just did that. Has Aurelia been hit?
Yeah, I was hit once.
Okay. But it's Clave that's been hit most, right?
I'm
Yep.
at 45 hit points. It's not great, but I'm not terrible.
I'm looking at your token, by the way. I scrolled in. Looks like fucking what's his name? I don't know if you ever watched Psych.
Oh yeah.
Carlton
Timothy O.
Lassiter.
Mudson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
And also that's him from Gallivant.
It is.
Uh
Yeah.
and then also he was Kane in Supernatural.
Supernatural. Yeah, I know. I know all these things.
Yeah.
But
I
like that
love
was the
him.
first thing. First thing I saw him in was in. The first thing I saw him in, I didn't realize at the time, was in an episode of Seinfeld. Single
Oh
episode.
yeah.
Single episode. He's just
I
a
remember
dude
that
in a
one.
chair reading a magazine.
He looked older than he did when he was in Psych.
So yeah, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll just. Oh yeah, you know what? These guys are real close by, so I'm gonna do um Word of Radiance. So both these guys have to make con saves. These guys next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
This one is destroyed. This one is not.
Then I'll just sort of slightly move, get edge my way closer here. These guys are just too far for me to do much with. So I think you're probably safe at least for another turn, right? So I'll no healing yet. I'll pass turn.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I have a plan.
So is that your turn?
Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. How far are you? You're still. Yeah, I'll just provoke.
Miss.
I'll go about here. See, there we go. Cool. That way I can maybe prevent a crit against you. All
Excellent.
right. Now I'm good. And that skeleton's still just within my range of the Spirit Guardians.
So the head priest is now going to make an attempt to make an athletics check to break this helmet off of his head, even if it means taking damage. So I'm going to say it's DC 15. Does that sound fair to you, Mike?
Sure.
He is unable to break the helmet. And roll me 4d6 damage.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he, however, has stone skin, so he actually takes half of that, but takes damage.
It's a first level spell. I would have been happy with 1d6.
He's really angry.
Yeah, he was pressing those blades right into his flesh. But that's his turn. So two of the three priests are dead. Let's see.
Oh shit. I just realized there's other entrances to this place.
Yeah, there's other places.
Yeah, so that guy's running. He's gonna get help. And we're gonna be fucked.
It'll
So,
be fine.
No,
The,
it won't be.
The elven priestess across the room has bolted and is in the process of running. Clave, it's your turn.
What does that say?
$124.2 feet.
Okay. I didn't want to do this. But so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step 5 feet this way, so that's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity.
You missed.
Okay. And then let's make sure, does that make it now? Does that count? Is it within range if it's a 120 footer?
Yeah, sure, I'll give it to you.
Okay. So Clave is going to cast Major Image to create a solid stone box around the guy that's running. That guy. And then using my bonus action to make it real.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give her like a dex save on that one to see if she can avoid this. But I'll use your spell save DC, so she's probably not going to make it. Let's see. Nope, she's trapped in a box.
And now I can't protect myself. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use my move action to get away from where I am. So then I provoke an attack of opportunity from the one
Right.
skelly. It's a miss. And then I'm gonna go right there.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. All
Aurelia.
my actions.
A couple things, but I don't want to mess up that helmet. Can't get there. And the spirit guardians were up, right?
Mine are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want to use that. I don't too many things that might cause. It's no, it's I'm gonna hit the skeleton closer to that guy with Eldritch Blast then. Closest to me. 13.
That is not effective.
18.
That also does not hit him.
21.
Bounces off his shield. That does affect him.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different one. The 18 hit. So
okay.
he takes that damage. The commanders have shields.
Right. Okay. Move a step closer.
Do any of these look like commanders?
No.
Okay.
Although Clave would never have seen the commanders before.
True.
But they're the ones they have a scream that can slow you. So
oh yeah.
In combination, they are a pain in the ass sometimes.
Lucius was so pissed when that happened.
So anything else Aurelius doing?
No, that's it. I moved a little bit closer just so I'll make sure I'm in the Spirit Guardians.
So these skeletons begin to move and then come within range of the Spirit Guardian, so they'll have to make saves. But they just move to the closest thing. I'm afraid, Clave.
Yeah, that's fine.
Smart. Maybe they'll be dead. We'll see. Wisdom saves. Not that one, probably. We might as well roll damage twice for the Spirit Guardians. That one's up.
So there should be 3, right? This guy too.
Right, you're right. Also failed.
He tried. He put up a valiant effort.
So he is still up, but he's looking pretty especially rough. So he will also move up, but he moves up to Zarius. So first the attacks against Zarius. And then the attacks against Clave. Miss.
Hit. Miss. So 27. That hurts.
Then all the crossbow attacks. 2 against Zarius. 2 against Aurelia.
We're suddenly hitting really well.
And 1 against Clave. Miss.
Okay, so
I'm losing track here.
Second one hit me. That's 12. I gotta make a con save. Okay, sure.
So first against the 2. Safe. And then the second attack also hit me for 3 damage. Con save. Good. And then I think there was 1 of the crossbows that hit me.
It was 21 for 6 damage.
6 damage.
Not magical, I assume.
Not magical.
Make the con save. Cool.
And it's your turn.
Okay, so you guys are too close to me for me to do the word of radiance again. So, but Clave is looking pretty rough.
Yeah, and I do want to warn you, don't let me fall down to 0 if you can avoid it, because then I'll be at 2 levels of exhaustion. So
Sure.
Yeah, Clave cares about that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I can do a bit of healing here right quick. Here.
Neato.
There's some healing for you. So that's my action. Is yeah. How far across? What's the wording on this? Yeah, all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out my spiritual weapon on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Use the spell slot, rolled a hit.
Although you cast a healing spell, right?
Oh, yes, you're right. I'm sorry, I forgot about that part. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I don't think I would have hit anyways.
Yeah, his plate armor.
Yeah, exactly. Um, just kidding. I was lying. I don't do that at all. Here I am, and do nothing else.
So he is going to again attempt to pry this stupid helmet off his head. Should have never taken off his other helmet for dramatic purposes. Yeah, and again he fails. So roll me another 46 damage. You can see there is blood streaming down his neck from under the helmet as he's cutting into his own flesh to try to pry this thing off.
Clave is very satisfied.
The priestess, she is going to actually just physically attack these walls. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Never mind that. I did it not select her. So she, you hear like a little chink. She is slowly trying to break out. And that was a solid hit, but it did not break the box. That's Clave's turn.
I don't like that we have a wall of arrows that we're facing.
And a long distance if you have to run around to get to them. Although you could just leave the room.
All right, so it looks like I could catch 4 of them. So I'm gonna cast Fireball over there to catch the 4 most left.
What was the damage?
27.
This one explodes. This one does not quite. The second one next to him doesn't quite explode. And that guy, I guess, has not been hit yet. So one of them is down. One of them looks like he's on the verge of collapsing. The other two are okay.
That will be my turn.
Aurelia. Let's see here.
Right, so I see Clave has what he blasted them with a fireball.
Yep.
I'm gonna burn chain lightning again and hit him with that. I'm gonna start with the guy at the far left. I should be able to get 3 of them.
Right. You know, if you started with not the guy at the far left, you'd be able to hit 4.
Okay. I appreciate that. Okay, so it's 30. Oh, I see. It's 30 feet from what?
From the original
spot.
guy.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. And let's see. Um,
So you killed this one on the far left. 43 to this guy. Actually, I think he killed this guy. He definitely killed this guy too. The other 2 are still up.
okay. All right.
Although this one looks pretty rough. Anything else you're doing?
No, that's it.
These 3 have to make saving throws. Well, okay. This guy's here is dead, even if he makes a saving throw. So never mind him. He could conceivably survive. So he failed. This one closest to Zarius, and then the other one. That's also a fail. So what's the damage to these 2?
Yeah, I don't see the saving throws. So.
Maybe it's whispered to me. One got a 0 and one got a 13.
Well, I rolled some pretty poor damage, so my spirit guardians have not been into it this fucking fight.
They're just tired.
Right.
So yeah, they're both still up. So they will, and they were both attacking Clave, so they will continue.
Yeah. It's a hit. It's a miss. That's a hit. That's a miss.
And then the 2 that are left were both firing at Aurelia, so they're going to fire their crossbows at Aurelia. Miss. Miss. And it's Zarius' turn.
Delightful. I'm gonna hazard a guess that these guys don't really care about. Now maybe the lightning damage. Now I don't think. I'll just toll the dead on this guy.
What's the save?
Wisdom. What the fuck is this damage?
Necrotic damage isn't really good against zombies, though.
Not necessarily. It doesn't matter. It doesn't always matter. Not in 5th edition.
So,
You're really rolling shit damage tonight.
I fucking am, dude. It's real annoying.
still, it seems that's enough to kill that one.
Lucky me.
So how loud is Toll the Dead?
I don't imagine it's super loud.
I mean, it's like a church bell ringing.
It's
A dolorous bell fills the air.
yeah. It doesn't
Like
say that it rings out like for 500 feet or whatever.
Right. So yeah, that's fine. There's nothing close enough, I'll say, to hear this. But just for the record, I don't view tolling of a bell to mean like a little handheld bell that you ring as quietly as possible.
No. Well, so what it says though is it
Dinner bell of the dead.
you point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment.
Right. It's just a question of how far away can you hear this bell. In this case, it doesn't matter, but it's not that quiet.
And again, we've had fireballs and lightning and
Right.
Yeah. I think I've been the quietest one here.
So anything else you're doing?
That was just a cantrip.
I was.
No, there's so few of them now. Now it's not worth it to do anything else. So no, I'm good.
So he's not having any luck ripping this thing off his head. So let's see.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this dude.
damn, I forgot about this guy. I'm like,
He's going to try two things. First, he's going to try to rip this thing off his head again. Finally did it. Roll me 4d6.
I did great. Negate that crit.
It's just a normal success then.
I'm gonna.
Let me just see. You can't do that this round. So he is going to lift up his maul and just move in this direction. Not sure. He's not going to walk into your buzzsaw of spiritual guardians, though. So one, he is not going to. He picks up his maul, but he disappears on the other side of this.
Pansy.
So he is somewhere on the other side. You don't know exactly where technically. And the priest is going to attempt to continue to chip away at her box furiously because she thinks she's going to be killed. That does not really damage the box, though. Clave.
Okay. Well, we can't really risk it. Whatever that guy's doing. So, can I see him?
Not really. Once he passes through the illusion of fire, he's just on the other side. He's probably vaguely in the area his token is.
I wasn't sure if it was like a one-way mirror effect.
Nope.
So Clave is going to move here, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
And it hits. Clave winces in pain.
And when you walk through, you find he's actually over here.
And I'm going to first thing I'm going to do next round, I'll maybe do something different. But this round, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer. Fuck. All right.
Motherfucker's got wisdom saves out the ass.
He's a high priest of a sort.
Yeah. So I'll just move up a little bit closer. And then that'll be my turn.
Aurelia.
So I see Clave run back through the illusion.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After the half giant.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm realizing now that the move that I made was very bad.
Can I get through the illusion without the skeleton hitting me?
Yes.
Okay.
Each of these big squares is 10 feet across. So it's 4 5-foot squares. So he is 10 feet away from you, basically.
But regardless, he already took his reaction against
Right.
me.
That's true.
So I go back through the illusion because I know Clave. Appreciate his bravery, but I know he's got like 12 hit points or some shit.
Yeah.
15. What do I see when I get back? Is that what I see? That guy running away, or?
Yeah, he was in the process of running away. You could see at the moment, though, he's considering stopping.
Okay. Oh shit. Concentration. Just gonna that'd be kind of counterproductive. I'm just gonna hit him with Thunder Wave. Am I close enough to hit him with Thunder Wave? Shit.
He's basically a little bit behind. You'd have to move up 5 feet.
Okay, I'll have to do that, and I'll just hit him with Thunder Wave because I'm not getting down to that.
No, not Thunder Wave. That'll call off the friends. That's what they did last time. Summon the people.
I'll do my other spell then. I'll hit him with Dissonant Whispers. He gets to make a wisdom save. Yep.
He doesn't really want to take the damage, but he would have appreciated the free movement. Anything else?
No.
So this is the last standing skeleton. Has to make a save. So failed.
Fail. Here we are. Jesus.
But he's still up. Seeing no one else, it is going to move up here and attack Zarius. Miss. And the other two are going to shoot at Zarius. Both missing. Then they're going to move. And it's Zarius' turn.
I'll just provoke from the sky as I also move through here.
So he missed.
How far did I move? 5, 10.
He made a save. He's in Spirit Guardian range.
Well, it's not his turn yet.
That's true. Technically, you go at the same time, so it's the same.
Oh. Yeah. Indeed. Well, then let's just throw that then. And then, yeah, I mean, do I try and hit him with some spell? Oh my God, that would be good. No, I think I just swing my staff at him.
That hits.
He makes the save for the poison. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead. I'll do the bonus action now and call down the spirit guardian or the spiritual weapon to swing at this dude.
Okay. That hits his armor.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to try to cast a spell. Let's see. unless Aurelia is going to stop him.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to roll a caster level check. Well, actually, make me a religion check first.
Okay. Well,
okay, so you actually figure you recognize he is attempting to banish Zarius into a different dimension.
I've used this old bag of tricks.
That is a 4th level spell, so you could upcast if you have a 4th level spell slot or higher.
Okay,
or you could do it at 3rd level and just make a roll.
Yeah, but the roll is like so it would be a 14, right? Or something.
Right.
Is that how it is?
Yes.
And it would be basically
automatic
just
if
what
you
my
upcast it.
charisma I'm sorry, just my charisma modifier.
Yes.
So okay.
Would your jack of all trades apply?
Yes, actually it would. So it's your charisma modifier plus half your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So to be like +7 or +8.
Well, yeah, +7. Okay. Yeah, let me do that. I don't want to burn my all right, I'm gonna cast. Yep. All right. And then
does she actually say take that shit somewhere else?
all right, I've got an action point. I'm going to use it because that sucks.
Now's as good a time as any.
There we go. +7.
So as he is trying to open up a portal beneath Zarius's feet for him to fall into, what does your counter spell look like?
So there's some kind of like portal magic below Zarius's feet.
Yes.
And as it's doing that, it begins to bubble, like a bunch of bubbles, and then kind of just eventually just all bubbles up around him. So there's all these little black bubbles going up, and they just kind of just float up into the air.
So yeah, he realizes that you've counterspelled him, and looks over and says, "Fuck you, little wench. You're going to be my toy when this is over."
This has got to be the most frustrating fight he's ever been a part of. It's like when Scanlan fought that one guy in Vox Machina. Like, he's just so pissed off at it.
Let's see. Is there anything else he can do? Not really. Not really worth doing anything else. Well, that's true. So he is going to take the opportunity to attack Zarius and run in the direction of Aurelia.
Sure, I'll attack him. Where are you? Nope. All right.
And then he will run past Aurelia. So if you have a weapon in hand, which you usually don't, you do have your scepter. You're going to try to hit him. You're muted, but are you going to try to hit him with the copper scepter?
Yeah, of course. I'll just make a D20 roll. I don't know what that's what the plus
is. It is essentially a club.
Right.
That probably wouldn't hurt his armor.
I'm pretty sure that misses. Bastard.
Oh, actually, hold on. Do I have Warcaster right now? I don't remember if I do or not.
Well, don't you still have Spirit Guardians up?
Yeah,
You
half
took damage
to.
from Spirit Guardians. Oh,
But it
that's
would
true. But
also
it's
reduce
half
his
movement.
movement.
half
Yeah.
movement, so he only makes it to about there.
He could basically only get out of the Spirit Guardians unless until he dashes.
Right.
It's
Well, he
15,
can't dash.
15 feet. So
that's 10, 20. He makes it to there. I keep thinking it's 10 feet for some reason.
right. Yeah, I guess I don't have Warcaster.
Such a good spell or feat.
Yeah. Because then I would have tried to do a hold person on him instead of actually trying to hit him. Or command for halt. That's my favorite.
Which is fair, but you also did take a swing with the staff, and so you can't wait.
Yeah, no, I
wait
was
to
like,
see.
wait.
Oh, I missed. Wait, I would do something different then.
Yeah, no, I thought there was like a brief moment like, do I have that? Because if I had it, I wouldn't swing at him. That would be dumb. But
Right.
I don't have it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So that's his turn. The priest will attempt to take her swing at the box, which has already taken a mighty 4 damage. Taking 10 damage now. So, Clave, your turn.
So is he through, or
he is basically just halfway through the illusion, so you can still see him.
So I have line of sight.
Yes.
Okay, I'm repeating the helmet thing. the helmet maneuver with silent image.
Okay, I will give him a dex save at DC 18 to not be trapped in this thing.
Now he sees it coming.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
To be fair, he is right next to you. So, yes, he is within 30 feet.
I start humming turn back time. He gets to roll that again.
Ooh.
Share.
He failed, so he is again blinded.
The most frustrating fight of this guy's life. I really hope he survives. just so we can live with this. So that's my turn.
Okay. Aurelia. He's now blinded.
I don't want to do anything that's going to make him move away from me because he's right there. Don't we have?
You know what would be awesome? If you dissonance whispered him, and in his blind stupor he ran right into the fucking ravine.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I would think he would have enough sense not to do that. I want to do shatter. Well, I guess you know what? I'll have to. I got this spell left. Let's go with some heat metal. And I drop concentration on the other spell.
Okay, so roll damage.
2d6.
2d8.
Holy shit! Hello. Any object creature. What? What did you say? 3d8?
2d8.
2d8. Hello. All right. Oh, all right. There we go. I'm assuming I can move away from him without him trying to hit me.
He can't see you, so he probably can't hit you.
I'm going to move away from him. All right.
So this. Two. He has to make a saving throw, though, because he is now within Spirit Guardian range.
God, I hope he dies.
What's the damage on Spirit Guardians?
Swear to God, if you roll low again. God damn you.
He's still up.
Of course he is.
And right in front of him is Clave.
Negate.
Yeah.
No, wait, I haven't had my turn.
Well, I'm down.
And then he'll take a second swing at Clave.
Okay. So that's one failed death saving throw. And second level of exhaustion.
That's their turn. Zarius, it's your turn.
All right. Just slightly annoyed that Clave went down. He'll reach down and touch Clave. And throw in a 4th level cure wounds. So maximum healing.
So that's
48 plus 5.
32, 37.
I just like shove the magic into your body and just like look at you as your eyes sort of flash back open again. It's like, you're not done yet. You do not die today.
I'm still back on shove the magic into your body. Just picturing like a cure spell enema.
And then let's just use an action point. And I want to try and hold person on this dude. I'm sure he'll fucking save because it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I mean, what else am I gonna fucking do?
Yeah, this might not be your only fight today.
Yeah, we're gonna go deep into these caves and take a rest.
We're gonna save right here.
Yeah, we saved right before this fight. I'm like, we gotta come back. We'll come back to this fight. Get the XP later. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, in my mind's eye, this guy was going to be way more badass throughout this fight.
Been there. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
So wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you had put in a door behind that illusion, it would have been a completely different ballgame.
Failed. He's held.
And when it matters. When it matters, that's all that matters.
Just looking up paralyzed real quick
Mm.
to see if he can divine intervention.
Paralyzed, you are
Incapacitated.
I know that. And any melee attack is an automatic crit when it hits.
So he can't call on his god to come save him. Because I feel like it would work. He would roll low enough that it would work.
Well, why don't you just do a test roll and see if he
David,
could?
the test roll may or may not work because it's not real. Now that I've said it, it will not work. So I've cursed myself.
Oh, it's his turn, right? So he still has to he still gets the wisdom save.
Right.
He has to repeat it
for the
well, he also gets to repeat the whole person at the end of his turn.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But first we'll do spirit guardians.
Because that's at the beginning. Of course.
And then we'll
6 damage on him.
Do the end of his turn. Whole person save.
Come on. Fuck. He saved.
But that's the end of his turn, so.
Yeah. I delayed him a turn. That's I guess that's something.
The priest. Get close. Slave.
I'm really not happy with this guy that's standing in front of me. So I'm going to use half my movement to stand up, which is only 15 feet. So I basically use all of my movement to stand up. And then I pull out my dagger and use vampiric blade on it.
So that does not get past his armor.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Aurelia.
All right. Roll my 2d8 for damage. 11. Yeah. The heat metal.
Yep.
That skeleton is right there, and he's right there. Can I? All right. This is a bonus action, and then I'll step to the side, and I'm gonna hit the try to hit the big guy with Eldritch Blast. 16. No.
Well, if you're hitting the big guy, then it's 17 because he's blinded.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But that hits. No, I'm sorry. That doesn't. It ricochets off his armor.
Okay. That one should hit.
That hits.
And the last attack.
That hits.
All right.
Oops. Anything else you're doing?
That's it.
So this guy is in Spirit Guardian's range, so he has to make a save. He failed. So what's his damage?
I hate you.
He is
I
still up.
Fucking hate you.
I don't know. Man.
Somehow he is
I don't know
still
what
up.
to tell you.
Against Clave.
One hit.
Roll 20 really doesn't want this spell to do anything right now. I'll switch it up. I'll try and roll it because
Did you move your spiritual weapon?
Oh, I
He did
didn't.
not.
I didn't do that.
Because I forgot about it.
Oops. The wrong one. And that puts them in Spirit Guardian's range, so they'll make their save.
You carried the corpse of the priest with you.
So roll it twice more for me.
I don't see why not. We've carried other corpses around.
Zarius. Okay.
That's just the way it is, man.
Yep. Sometimes roll 20 just wants them to live.
This
But
time
one
it
of
wasn't
them-
even roll 20. That was in D&D Beyond.
One of them dies anyway. And it's Zarius' turn.
All right. I'm gonna bring this up. And attempt to hit him with that. Right, quick. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't.
Those.
I didn't add extra for. It's a D8 weapon die.
Right. So you did
rolled
max damage. Right. You rolled max damage. So in this case, it's double max damage, 26.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Seems sweet. How's he looking?
He's pretty robust, or he was. He's not looking like he's in good shape, but he could get hit like that again, at least.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. Can I even tell that this guy's here?
You can't see him now.
Okay. Something entered the range. I just didn't see it.
Right.
I guess my Spirit Garden still passed through the illusion.
Right.
Okay. Understood.
By the way, did anything happen to those beams of light when this got disrupted, or are they still going?
No, there's still once you were inside the room, you realize that the cavern right above the cavern is an enormously high ceiling. It's probably 300 feet. And there appeared to be some sort of red crystal at the top of it. Still not necessarily clear where the light was coming from or going to, but the light remained even when these people got off their pedestal.
Okay.
I did tell Kepri that if it once it kind of looks clear to see if she can invisibly wrench that thing from midair.
Right. And you would have heard that in fact she can't seem to move it.
Okay.
How far is it in the air?
It is about 50 feet up from ground level. In fact, actually, Kepri, make me a wisdom save for Kepri.
Oh, okay, fine.
Probably gonna die.
Kepri is not necessarily going to die, but she is not feeling very well. She is poisoned at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Telepathically, just be able to just tell her, move away.
She has taken 14 poison damage.
Okay.
And is suffering from the poison condition.
I didn't. I don't have a way of. Oh wait, yeah, I do. 14. She's still alive, but yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, just have her fly away from that. Absolutely. Okay, but anyway, let's I forget, did we do a short rest after that fight with the Hydra?
No.
No.
I really wish we had. I could have gotten some spell slots.
Yeah, my channel divinity hadn't been marked on the sheet here, so I would. Okay.
Don't you get 3 uses though by this
No,
level?
2. Okay. I guess this guy's well armored, so trying to hit him doesn't seem viable. So instead, I'll just blast out a breath weapon.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe think of some meta reason for trying to do a cone so I could get this guy, but I really don't see it. I've always done a line. I don't know if I would ever do a cone. So I don't know the guy's there, so he has to make
I am willing to say that for whatever reason you decided to use a cone this time. Not that big a deal at the end of the day. Fight's winding down anyway.
Dex saves for both of them. The fucking chances of this bullshit. 5% to be exact. That guy didn't make it.
That guy's actually in better shape than most, though. He was way on the edge, not getting hit.
Yeah. This thing already did its thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
So he is going to move, even though he'll take the attack of opportunity.
He sure will. I don't think that'll do it.
No, then
Not
it's
with
his
plate
armor.
armor.
And then
Wait, did 20 won't do it?
Oh, why would it be a 20?
He's
Do I have
blinded.
advantage? Oh, he is blinded, huh?
Yep, you're right.
Sweet.
Yeah, you sentinel with him, right? You got sentinel.
Yep. My non-melee character has definitely got sentinel.
What?
Well, let's go ahead and roll that too.
Made the poison save though.
Can't get nobody with it.
And then
I don't know what his plan is. He can't see.
the hell happened here? For some reason it minimized his whole character sheet down to like a tiny little square.
Mine does that. Sometimes it won't expand again, and I have to like reload the whole fucking page. But that hasn't happened in a while.
So you don't see what he's doing, but what the hell? He is going to try to invoke his deity to save him. Ah.
Something tells me he's not a level 32.
No,
He is not.
just missed it by a couple.
Okay, I know what he's going to do next time if he survives. The priest will take her swing. Someday she will break out of this box.
Not today.
What?
I mean, the damage is accumulating slowly. Slave's turn.
Okay, given this guy's armored, I'm going to use my action to cast Mind Sliver. So I need to make an intelligence save.
Yep. Failed. And that's actually enough to kill him.
Yes.
Damn.
And then I will move forward.
And now you see there's another one here.
And I will move my last back. Because I only
And,
have 15
and
feet of
as you
movement.
cross through, he immediately turns his eyes to you. You're now the target he can see.
Well, good thing he has rough terrain.
Right.
So that's my turn.
Aurelia.
All right, guy takes 12 more heat damage, fire damage.
Yep.
So run back through here. And I see that dude, and I see the guy running away, right? Or is he stopped or something?
He is stopped where he is now.
Perfect. Eldritch Blast again. I can hit him. 27 for 1 force damage. 28. And the foul shot, 27.
Oops, one. Okay. Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
So this remaining skeleton will have to make a saving throw. So what's his damage?
Yeah, what's his damage?
Let's see.
It's better.
Better.
So he will move 20. Essentially wind up here. And attack Aurelia.
Yeah, the second one hits.
And Zarius' turn.
Alrighty. I will step through. See him in here, so 5. Sweet. I'll provoke. How many rounds has it been? Do we know? Have we been keeping track?
I haven't been. It's been like
I'd say it's probably around 10.
We gotta be getting there.
they missed.
Sweet. And I'm gonna see if this will work. I'm going to use my enervating blast. No, the repulsion breath. And attempt to push him away. So he has to make a strength save, DC 16. Or be pushed
But
20
then we
feet.
can't get his gear. And it's probably cool.
I doubt it.
Yeah, what the hell?
If we get his, it's probably evil.
We don't know that.
That's a
So he
We're
failed.
not gonna get his gear.
So he is pushed 20 feet.
So he flies into the chasm and vanishes.
He has no idea what's going on. He's just randomly all of a sudden flying through the air.
Oh, that's true.
And he doesn't land.
Can't see.
I really hope he survives.
God, you have forsaken me. He just free falls for who knows how long.
I'm quite good, sir. I think I'll make it.
This is perfect. Now he can just Darth Maul somehow survive and come after you.
He returns with some sort of spider legs.
I've banished him to the shadow realm.
Right. And meanwhile, he's, even though you threw him into the chasm, he comes back trying to kill Clave.
Right.
He assumes this is all Clave.
Well, he's got 8 more rounds of heat metal.
You might die on the way down, depending on how far that is. I mean, it takes very little to reach terminal velocity. So,
well, yeah, D&D physics are weird because according to Xanathar's guide, you basically move instantly all of your fall distance in one round.
I once did the math, so I stick to normal physics. It's
I
like
slavishly follow the rules.
it's like 150 feet for the first round, and then it's 500 feet for the rest of the time.
Unfortunately, you can't even hear him screaming because of the muffling helmet around his head.
I hope he bounces on the way down.
Yeah.
Starts
Homer
rattling off the
Simpson.
walls.
Homer Simpson's the whole way down.
No.
Yeah, should have picked a different line of work.
Is there anything else you're doing?
No, I've peaked. I don't know what you mean.
I mean, you
Spiritual
could move your
weapon.
spiritual weapon and attack the skeleton.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, let's do this, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Darius just sits down satisfied.
I have done my job.
Never done that before. Roll a hit.
That hits. He's still up.
That's it.
Priest.
I like to imagine that for Zarius, like he rears back like he normally would for his breath weapon, but then he like takes an extra breath in and it just like blows out, and somehow I've got this weird lung capacity that's capable of fucking, blowing up a gourd,
So you hear a crack, and then you see this person running.
Eh,
Oh shit. Zarius, get him.
Her.
Yeah. The escapee.
And it's Clave's turn.
All right, let's see.
The skeleton looks pretty ragged at this point.
Let's see if this will be there. So 5, 10, and I draw an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
That's a hit. That's 12 hit points left. And then 15. And wait, where'd the little arrow or the measuring tape go?
I don't know.
I
It's there on
have
my screen.
It's behind the paywall now.
Happened.
That is the future. Every feature will be on behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone give me the distance?
124.2 feet.
Fucking 5 feet. Hmm. He's just gonna get farther from me. I can't. all because of 5 feet. All right. Well, I can't catch him. So I'm going to recognize that. And I'm just going to breathlessly tell Zarius, you gotta get him. He's getting away. And then Clave is going to turn to the staff that's floating.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to cast... He's going to cast Major Image to create a coil of rope with a good portion tied around the staff.
Mm-hmm.
And the coil is going to be like at least like 300 feet. And then he's going to make it real, so then physics will apply and it'll kind of go slack, except for the portion that's actually tied to the staff. And then he'll call out to Khepri, Khepri, grab the rope and bring it.
Okay, Khepri goes on Zarius' turn. And you don't exactly know where she is because she's invisible.
Yeah. So that'll be my turn.
Aurelia.
All right, I got this guy in front of me. Eldritch Blast. 22.
That's a hit.
14.
That's a miss.
20.
That's a hit. So it's clearly on the verge of falling apart, but it's still up. Anything else you're doing?
No, that's it.
Use your heat metal.
Yeah, bonus action to heat metal. Miss.
Okay.
Zarius, it's your turn.
I guess I get to about here with a dash. Okay, I can't really catch this dude, so
You don't have any ranged spells that you could have used 30 feet back?
from that, no, definitely not. Clerics are like fucking 60 feet max. They're like one spell at 120, but this person hasn't been touched yet. So it's not like I'm going to kill them.
So that's it?
Yeah, I just double checking that there wasn't anything I could do. Yeah, like I have guiding bolt, dispel magic at 120 feet. That's it. So yes.
And she technically has cover because there's the remains of the box in the way. She only broke out one wall.
Yeah.
So her turn. You begin to hear her screaming up a storm. The ritual chamber's under attack as she runs down this hallway. The ritual chamber It's under attack.
It's like, look back. They know we are here.
And it's Clave's turn.
Has Kepri grabbed the rope?
Yes, she has.
All right. Is she able to give it to me?
Yep, she can give it to you.
All right. So I'll start trying to pull on the rope to see if I can budge the staff.
What's your strength score?
Not good. 8. And I'm exhausted.
Yeah, so there's no chance, even on your best athletics roll, that you're going to be able to move it, unless you're proficient or have expertise in athletics. I assume you don't.
I do not.
Yeah. So it seems pretty stuck there, whatever's holding it in place.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Aurelia.
Wait. Oh. I'm dumb. I could have used fireball. It has 150-foot range.
Oh, I thought you were aware that you had fireball. I just thought you decided not to do that.
No, I forgot that I had fireball.
I
I was specifically like, you could try fireball. Like, probably wouldn't kill her, I guess. Like the other priests survived fireballs, but
Yeah, but
or
specifically
it occurred to me
asked.
like maybe he's afraid that if a fireball goes off out in that hallway, that would draw attention. I didn't think to
yeah,
question it.
yeah, no, I just forgot that I have fireballs left. And that it's
You're exhausted. It's understandable.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would forget.
Mm-hmm.
But Aurelia, what do you want to do? Still have a skeleton in front of you.
15.
Nope.
20.
That hits. But it's still up. And with that, you manage to knock it into a series of disconnected bones. Its armor skittering on the ground.
All right.
Aurelia, come help me. If they're on their way, we need to at least get this staff.
Okay. And with my mighty 9 strength, we will try to pull this thing. I run over there.
Between the two of you, actually, you do have jack of all trades. I assume you're not proficient in athletics.
Correct.
I'll tell you right now, you need a 25 athletics check to move this thing. Even with advantage, I don't see it happening.
No.
Yeah, I can't even move this thing with a natural 20.
What about T-Hole? He has those ogre strength gauntlets now.
Right. He has wandered off though at the moment. He could come back.
You can cast full strength.
Full strength only gives you advantage and doubles your carry capacity.
Yeah, for this purpose though, I would lower the DC for someone who had bull strength on them. I don't think it was they thought that one through for a situation like this. It would still be a hard check, but you could that would probably be enough to do it, even without like an action point or anything like that. I think that's fair. And T-Hole will turn up. So that's true. T-Hole hasn't had time to attune to the gauntlets. So he may have
You haven't
them.
had a short rest.
Um,
And unless you catch up to the score, you're about to have incoming anyway. Unless you retreat. And then after like another 6 seconds goes by, you hear like a clanging at the bottom of the chasm.
We could.
Okay.
We could all assume
my heat metal damage is 12.
Aurelia could help us with
the heat metal. Go ahead.
Aurelia, you have inspiration that you can grant that can give bonuses to checks.
Yeah, but she never does that. Very rarely uses that ability.
So between that and bull string, you could probably do it. If we're not going to catch the guy that's fleeing, we should at least get the staff.
Yeah.
And we should consider assuming the forms of the cloud again.
That was good for you and Aurelia. Doesn't help me and T-Hole.
Wasn't Aurelia the one who lost? I thought it was Claven and Aurelia who lost the Windwalk spell.
I thought maybe I'm in T-Hole. I don't know.
Why did we lose it?
Because the wards cast Dispel magic on you as you came through.
Yeah, so you and either T-Hole or Aurelia can do it, but two of us are shit out of luck.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's a shame because I was gonna say we could just like fly down to the bottom of this chasm and just rest down there.
So you're pretty far separated to have this conversation. So what are you actually doing? Are you pursuing this priestess who ran off, or
no? I would be coming back. I knew there was no fucking way in hell I was gonna make it.
Okay.
As you are coming back, you hear far away at the bottom of the chasm a growling, almost like the growling of a sleepy dragon.
Gotcha.
And you then begin to hear the sound of what might be a dragon climbing up the side of the chasm.
We have like a good idea as to how far down that is.
So I was going to say, because Aurelia has kept her heat metal going, you can look down and see that he's fallen probably about 600, 700 feet-ish. It's hard to measure exactly. You don't really know, but it's far. So it may take, if this is your patron dragon, it may take quite a while for it to climb out if that's what it's chosen to do.
Okay.
But probably it has started climbing out and then we'll switch to wings and fly if it can.
Let us attempt to move this quickly. And then where am I at? Enhanceability.
Is that what you're going to try to do?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do...
You got this, Zarius. So I'm going to inspire you.
I was going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Well, that's not necessary, but
you get some temporary hit points too. Look at that.
No, that's if I did the Bear's Endurance. But I was gonna just, I mean, if it were if T-Hole were here, he would get it. Otherwise,
he's not.
Whoever volunteers gets it as well. So we both have bull, or the bull strength.
Give it to Clave, because then it balances out his disadvantage.
Indeed.
So yeah,
Or give an additional advantage to Aurelia. I don't know how we're gonna figure out this joint pulling check.
do you need the inspiration or not?
We might.
So the way I would say, typically this is supposed to be someone does an athletic check, someone helps. But the Bear's Endurance already gives you that. So I will say that whoever is rolling, basically they roll with advantage. And for Clave, that would only offset his disadvantage, though. And then I'll give you +2 for the other two also helping, so +4 total. So it's advantage +4.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do that then. Athletics.
And I'm reducing the DC to 20 because of the Bear's Endurance. Or Bear's Strength, I mean.
So +4.
Yeah, 21.
21.
So you are able to slowly pull this thing away. The two beams of light seem to angle and stretch, and it almost seems like they're like cables that are holding this thing in place. But then as it reaches a certain stress point, both beams of light seem to snap, and it's almost as if they shatter like glass and then vanish into the air. And you're able to pull the staff towards you. The staff does still seem to be levitating, though. Like if you stop pulling, it will just hover where it is.
Mm.
But you are able to reel it in over to where you are. At which point you hear a howl from an angry dragon.
Sure.
Ride the staff like a like a broom.
Except it would hover rather than fly
We
off.
just need propulsion.
Yeah.
Well,
Gust of wind.
that would be
Gust of wind
really
over and
helpful
over.
because Clave is at half speed now. So if he were levitating and didn't require any effort to pull him along, then that would allow him to
Well, I
keep up.
could cast Gust of Wind.
Touching it might be bad.
So you basically now the dragon is going to be in flight. So you basically have like 2 rounds before it gets up here.
Clay will just snatch it out of the air. He doesn't care. Doesn't have time for this. If it's that powerful, then perhaps it will be a good weapon to use ahead. And
so
Clay
as you
gonna
grab
need
it,
everything he can.
This black crystal material seems to be it looks like it's almost cracked with this glowing red energy. As you touch it, give me a wisdom saving throw. So you're not poisoned. Let me see. You take half of this. And you are 100% sure that if you maintain a grasp on this thing, you're going to keep taking this damage.
Okay, so I'm going to let it go and enjoy the 6 remaining hit points that I have and consider the fleeting time that I have left on this world and all the things that I hadn't done, all of the women that I hadn't bedded, all of the adventures that are not gonna happen anymore. Oh wait, did you heal me?
Yes.
Okay. I still have 2 levels of exhaustion though.
And from the chasm, you hear in common, "You maggots and worms, I have allowed you to scurry about my palace, but now you interrupt my ritual. I will destroy you."
Unnecessary.
So dead.
Yeah. We need teal.
So Clave is running as fast as his weakened legs will carry him. So he's gonna go out and he's gonna go towards the caverns.
So yeah, Kepri points out that the dragon could pretty easily pass through all of these rooms.
Mm-hmm.
But you know where the dragon can't go? Into the tiny little human-sized rooms. At least
Until
not
he
without
decides to
breaking.
change his shape into a humanoid.
Right. But that might still may be preferable to it not having to bother changing its shape. So where do you want to go?
Well, Clave is too slow to lead. So
So basically, you could go through the door to the south, where the dragon can't follow at its current size. You could run back to the play pool, although the Hydra may be back by now. Or you could bury yourself in coins, although that may cause acid damage.
Yeah.
Or there's the door to the east where the mage originally ran through. But that Kepri knows that all of the chambers over there are all dragon sized, so it could easily move around there too.
If I were to place a well-aimed fireball at the edge of the cavern, could I knock some major rocks loose to fall onto the dragon and further piss him off?
So where would this be? Yeah, I would say you could probably do that in the area above the cavern because that's all rough hewn rock. Everything else is pretty much masonry until you get out to the play pool, and then it's more natural caverns again. So
Well, but
fireball's
I
probably
mean,
not
like,
gonna fireball's
like
probably not gonna knock rocks off of the main parts of the palace.
right, but I mean, aiming it at the floor where it seems to be already broken up anyways, it doesn't seem to be like
Yeah,
humanly
in and
tough.
around the chasm or the ceiling above the chasm, you definitely could,
Okay.
or you could try at least.
Yeah, I would like to do that in hopes that it might slow it down.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to roll damage, but roll me a spellcaster check.
Is this at disadvantage with my exhaustion?
Yes, it would be.
Okay.
DC's 15.
Yeah, I missed.
So a few rocks fall, but nothing that's going to severely impede a dragon.
What if I spend another charge?
Oh, that's true. You're using the wand. I mean, I would let you use an action point, but not just 2 charges.
But I mean, like just a second blast to make
Oh
the
yeah, you
attempt.
could definitely try again.
Okay. No. All right, I only have 2 charges left. I'm gonna save those ones.
Tony's giving up.
What's the highest spell we can get back with an action point slot?
5th.
Okay.
So let's take a quick break. I need to run to the restroom. Actually, you know what? This might be where we just end it. The dragon is chasing you down. That's a pretty good spot to end it. Teal can come back and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I have an action point. If I could burn it to get a spell slot back, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Okay, 5th level.
This has proven to be rough.
Yeah, the Hydra was way rougher than I actually imagined it would be. And then I imagined this fight was going to be a little bit difficult. It turned out to be way easier than I thought. I actually thought that the first move going in would be that Zarius would find a way to group up at least half of the skeletons and destroy them, like because he still had to turn undead, and they're all CR2.
Yeah, I was wishing he would do that. Wasn't really sure why he wasn't, but
Conserving resources. We can't all be Lucia Rosie. Blow everything right away. Actually, I wasn't. To be honest, I didn't think you would figure out that the fire tapestry was just an illusion, just because I didn't think you'd go and investigate it. So I thought you would have to go around because there's like a longer route around to get to this room. And you may have figured out a few more things on your way around, like understanding what the staff is, what they're trying to do.
yeah, we're not that smart.
Yeah.
Or we're too smart for our own good, one of them.
Right. Or if your detect thoughts had worked, you would have figured that out. Or if you'd caught the other priest who was running away, if she didn't get out of her box.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're just basically dragging the staff behind you on a rope, which works just fine. Except that the dragon wants that back. So any notes? What did you guys think?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What
No, that's fine. I enjoyed it. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm having a really good time because I'm struggling like how to use Clave effectively with so few resources left and more dwindling, and continuing to gather points of exhaustion and dealing with being constantly targeted. So it's really I'm really digging the challenge. It feels like this is kind of an Iron Man session.
Good. And it will probably continue.
Yeah, I think this is
I mean,
the
that's like
lowest.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't know how you're going to survive.
We were supposed to get 2-3 more levels before we got to this point.
I mean, if you were at full strength, if you were at full strength, the dragon, and like it was all four of you, the dragon isn't necessarily designed to be lethal, and there's a whole thing about that. But like I guess you're back up at like full health, but you don't have your spells, so the dragon could be a fight. The dragon can't exactly fly through this square, not all the way, because the ceilings are generally pretty high, like 50 to 100 feet, depending on the room. But it can't hover, so it's basically got to fly short distances and land. But still, it's a dragon. It's a big bag of hit points, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's got other things going for it.
Do we know if this is the patron dragon or not?
You don't really know for sure.
Right. Okay.
It would be unusual for there to be two dragons or two dracoliches living side by side. But, one thing Clave did see was two dragons, one of which was the patron, clearly, and one of which was like an illustration of a red dragon.
And Zarius doesn't recognize the voice of the dragon that roared up through the cavern.
He might, but he didn't have time to tell you. And I didn't know. I didn't see. Did Tony say he was going away?
He had to use the bathroom.
So yeah, next time we'll figure out which path you're going to take to try to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Zarius can't cast Windwalk again today.
Yeah.
And even then, there's not enough time to transform even at this point before the dragon catches up, unless you find some place to hole up or hide in the meantime.
Yeah, the one thing that we would be able to have potentially going for us is casting Tiny Hut and an illusion to try and give ourselves some time, but dragons have true sight and tremor sense, so
another reason why it's a good spot to break for next time is you'll have more action points next time.
yeah.
You might be able to figure out something to do with your action points. But I mean, I would say I don't remember if Tony spent his action points. So if you want to convert those to spell slots now, that's fine.
Well, are you talking to me? I didn't have any action points left.
Right. I mean, for Tony.
Oh.
I was going to loot that body, but it ran out of time.
Loot which body?
The dwarf we killed first.
Yeah, she didn't really have a lot on her. She had like a non-magical chain shirt and a non-magical mace, and like a normal priest kit, like her holy symbol. So you didn't miss much there. Though I know you do like to collect bits of your enemies to use against other enemies in the future.
I really need an actual melee weapon to use. I never seem to.
I mean, yeah, you could try to do something with your copper mace, try to enchant it. I mean, between Claves, Arius, and Aurelia, I'm sure you can find a way to make that thing magical.
The scepter thing?
Right. Or perhaps more Aurelia-ish, just like find a magical mace or club, duct tape that thing to the scepter. Apparently, Tony's having to go to the bathroom was urgent.
Well, I guess I could cast Shillelagh on it.
Right, you could definitely do that.
If it came down to it.
That's not a bad spell for enchanting a melee weapon.
No, well,
is it concentration? Right.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I mean the main problem with it is you basically have to cast it.
No, it's not concentration.
Right. So basically you have to cast it every combat, so it uses up an action. But you could cast it.
Well, it's a bonus action.
Right. So you could cast it and then still cast another spell.
Okay.
But that is good for you. I mean, you don't use your bonus action all the time.
Oh, you can use your spell casting ability instead of your strength for the attack and damage.
Right.
Well, shit, I should have been using this thing.
So now Aurelia's a combat powerhouse. Frontline fighter. Frontline fighter, except for her 14 AC. What armor type do you have?
Leather.
And your dex is what, 16?
Yeah. Yeah, I've studded leather.
And what's your dex? Your AC should be 15 if you had studded leather and a 16 dex.
Doing it wrong. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, yeah, studded leather. It is 12 plus 3, so it should be 15. You're right. So I have written down studded leather void armor. So
Maybe the studs fell off.
yeah. 15, that's fine.
I still do like your alternate spell names. It always means like whenever you cast a spell, I don't necessarily know what spell you've just cast.
Yeah,
But take that shit somewhere else was funny.
that makes two
That
of us
was
because I'm like,
awesome.
what did I rename this thing? What was this thing supposed to be?
Like, and you've used your version of Flame Strike before, but both times I was like, what spell is that?
Yeah.
I think Zarius. I think Tony fell in at this point.
Mhm.
I'm probably just going to send him an email and then go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I
talk to you
got
guys later.
training at 9
Yeah, no
tomorrow.
problem. Thanks,
Good
Kurt.
night.
Talk to you later.